Hi all, welcome to the March SBC guide. Got 11 routes with 2 notables to discuss as well. First of all, the guide itself will cover everything, so if you want the links for that, that will be down in the description below, guys, so that will be up on Twitter for you to check out. So if we can smash links, be awesome. Sub to the channel if you're new. Follow me on Twitter, G is a legend. All links are down below for both on the channel and social media links as always. Biggest moves are in the Bundesliga and Leg 1. So first off is Cologne. This roughly works out around 8-9k to do. Fairly straightforward in all honesty, nothing too difficult. For personal preference, Terode, Sorensen help keep it cheap. It's just a case of working around, and honestly, if you do open bids, you'd be surprised how actually cheap you can do this. You can even potentially do it less than 8, but it all depends how wise you are for your open bids. But it's a 15k pack, and then in all honesty, at most 9k for it isn't too bad. 7 to 9 is roughly your window. Then Mainz is a 15k pack as well for 7k. Fairly straightforward. Gaberman, he's the left centre defensive mid player. Well, he's left centre mid in this case, but he's just had an upgrade and he makes this help quite nicely. But fairly straightforward. Maxim, Donati, Latza, Balogun. It's no one too strenuous. Be wary though that the goalie Muller is touted for team of the week, and if he was to get in, then it will impact prices a little. So be wary of that regardless. Then from there, Bayer Leverkusen is a 25k pack for a 9k spend. The big difference is you don't need to worry about putting in Havertz or Bellarabi in at right mid. You can get away with Henriks. The reason being is Henrik seems to work out cheaper for now. Then Pojan Paolo up top is commonly found in a number of the routes, with also Jedvaj, Retzos and Bender. Then usually Ozcan's popping up as the normal goalie, but the silver dude is commonly seen as well, and upgraded Leon Bailey. The normal one is now the original card, it's just slightly pushed up the value. Borussia Dortmund 45k pack for a 10-11k spend. Alexander Isak is kind of an interesting option that people don't realise that you can throw in to make this work. But you get away with Yarmolenko, Guerrero, Sauerland, Weigl, Castro, Schmelzer, De Hood, Weidenfeller, Toljan. Honestly, if you've got these players, especially like Sauerland, you can get for 150, 200 coins. It's just a case of getting Isak, Yarmolenko, Guerrero, really. But most folk also generally get Schmelzer packed. But a 10k spend for a 45k pack is actually, in my opinion, it's worth taking a punt. Then from there, you've got Borussia Mönchengladbach as a 25k pack for 8-9k spend. Be wary that obviously Hazard, it's the right forward one and not his left mid version. But both are roughly around, for what I'm seeing just now, around the same price. But with Kramer as well, he is in the team of the week still for a few more hours. But I would say personally, you can work with him, but Zakaria isn't too bad either as an alternative just now. But Kramer is who you go for. But 25k pack, I would at least say go for it, it's worth the chance. Then Red Bull Leipzig is a 15k pack for an 8k spend. Can be done a little bit cheaper if you can get them on open bid. Plus the Bitzer, due to his massive upgrade of +3, does impact the price a little bit as well. Halstenberg as well, his 75 is fairly cheap to do it with. But it's worth noting as well, Upan Meccano or whatever it is, the French centre back that's got upgraded to a gold. You can throw him in as well as an alternative to Orban, or the dude that's in at left centre back, as an alternative to keep your costs down. Doesn't hurt at all. You can get him for 600. You've just got to be patient. Then from here we go over to France with Saint Etienne, which is a 15k pack for around 6.5k spend. You've got Maisonal, you've got Subotic, Fiofil, Catherine, Cabela, Villa, Beric, Hamuna as notable cards thrown in. You get away with a couple bronzes, which makes a big difference. You can nab them for like 150, 200 coins if you're really patient. And honestly, I can't see much difficulty for a 15k pack if you're only spending just under half the price. Plus there's a good chance, like me, you've got these guys packed in your club. I've had these, obviously Beric I've recently had to buy, but other than that it's fairly straightforward. Marseille 45k pack for a 10k spend. Could even squeak it into the 8s if you're really, really lucky. Louis Gustavo and Rami are kind of two of the expensive players, but NG recently upgraded kind of helps a little bit. The easy alternatives between, as an ease, not easy, for between Jermaine and Mitroglou. Campos and Guia as the wingers, then not too bad with Sakai, Abdenu and Pellet kind of supplementing at the back, and you get away with a bronze as well, which kind of makes a big difference. Over 2 rounds is a 25k pack for a 6 to 8k spend. I've seen 6 at the very cheapest, but it's averaging usually around the 7k mark. Diafri Sacco, Andre, Gagnon, Mexes, Bal. It's what I've noticed is the right back seem to be the fluctuating one. You can get the dude that's right back just now. You can get one open bid quite commonly for like, I've seen him start at 150, and then with like 5 minutes to go, you can still get him for like with like a couple minutes to go for 150. But Gorku fairly cheap as well, like 700 coins. It's with anything, people will fluctuate the prices, but it's not as actually bad as some they get painted to be. Porto 45k pack for a 9-10k spend. They have recently, the prices in Porto especially have fluctuated because of the number of upgrades in the team, and Marega, Abubakar, Rahimi, Paulinho, and Oliveira. So you're really finding a massive change in this team. So be wary of this. Like Paulinho and Oliveira you can get for minimum price. I did anyway. Marega and Abubakar is roughly like 800-900 coins. Corona works out slightly better. Jose Sa is not a problem. But honestly, it's fairly cheap. Otavio keeps it not too bad as well if you can nab him on the cheap. And the last team to feature is Sporting, which is a 45k pack as well for a 9-10k spend. The dude that's 81 rated, the Cam Fernandez, he's been given a +4 upgrade. His 77 has like doubled in price, so be wary of that if you have that card in your club. That there's maybe a bit of coinage in there. Pacini's also had a decent upgrade of +2, which will impact as well. But honestly, fairly straightforward to put together. Not too expensive if you've got the players in your club. But Podence, Bataglia, Palak, Zinha, these kind of players, if you've got them in your club, Ruiz and Coentrau's another, and it's fairly straightforward. Other two notables to mention: Al Ittihad 5k pack for around 2.5 3k spend, and Ohod Club is a bit of a weird pack, but it's a 2k spend for that. Even less if you can get them all on bid for 150. But hopefully this gives you healthy ideas. As I said, the link for this will be down in the description below, and I will post it up on Twitter as usual for everyone to see all the images with all the routes and so forth. So special links as always, sub to the channel if you're new, follow me, but G is a legend, and I will catch you all later.